everyone, welcome to the TLC channel. This is Louise, but you might know me as Stamper Girl. Today we're going to create an interactive card and I'm using the Toga Angel stamps. I'm also using Turtle-icious, and in here you'll see Aztec, Sunshine die set, and I am using the Triple D mechanism. I just cut one of the sentiments from the Turtle-icious stamp set, and I am rotating so to stamp this sentiment into the Triple D mechanism. I know this is not how this mechanism was designed for, but I wanted to show you a different way that you could use it. I love having multiple ways to use the products that I have at home, and I thought you might want to. I cut a few extra pieces of this mechanism from my scraps, as you can see, and I'm just making this nice and sturdy. I think I end up having 4 layers, including the one that has the stamp sentiment, and because you will be moving this arm from left to right and right to left, so I wanted to make sure that it was nice and sturdy. I pulled a few of my stamps, of my die cuts from the Aztec Sunshine, and right here I am marking where my wheel is gonna go with just a regular pencil in my big circle of the Aztec, and now I can see where I can position my lid. This is the small, not the teeny tiny, but the smaller of the 2 bigger clouds that the Aztec Sunshine die set has, and I just cut this apart, and that is going to be my little space where you're going to see the sentiment, okay? So now I'm going to pull some of my clouds, the teeny tiny one, the birds, the sunshine. I'm going to cut all these. Now that they're die cut, I'm going to color them. I die cut them all in white. I am using Hero Arts Hue ink here. This one is water reactive. I'm going to bring a little bit of water. I'm going to add a little bit of splashes. And I'm going to bring a piece of paper towel. And I am going to remove the extra water and clean up my mat. I love how it looks. Now I'm ready for my circle. So I'm bringing back my Aztec circle where I have the opening, and I'm just erasing the marks that I did to be able to pick where we were going to put. And I'm just using a pretty old cloud stencil here and just creating some clouds on the circle using my blending brushes. And super quick and easy, I have my sun that I die cut it twice. One, remember, I just colored it in yellow, and the other one is just to give it a little bit more of sturdiness. And now I'm looking to see how I'm going to position my clouds. I want to make sure that I don't cover too much of my opening, because I want to be able to read the sentiment. It's already a little bit tight. You could do an oval here. You could do whatever shape you want. I decided I wanted to do the clouds because I wanted to use all these clouds and the birds and everything else. Now I'm making some of these little birds a little bit more sturdy by gluing them, just gluing an extra layer of them. I have a bunch of them. I'm not going to use them all, but you'll see how it just starts coming alive, this entire scene. Again, remember, I don't want to cover too much. I decided I want to put that sun behind it. I think I like it much better. I like that since the aperture or the opening that I created, it's in the shape of a cloud. It kind of, and the background where I stamped the sentiments, it's white, kind of looks like the sentiment, it's like floating in the clouds. see, just putting a few more of the birds. So what do you think of this different use of the triple D mechanism? Do you like the idea of being able to create something completely different with the same products that you have? Let me know if you're interested in seeing more videos like this one where I showcase a product and use it in a different way. I love doing this with my entire stash, and TLC has great products to be able to do this. I color the arm of my little mechanism, and now I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the washers that are in the triple D mechanism, and I am going to cut this is a pretty thick cardstock that I'm gonna be using. It's like 120, so I'm only gonna cut 4. I'm gonna put them into 2 different washers. One of the washer is gonna be um, on the top of the mechanism, and the other washer is going to be on the bottom of the mechanism, but on the back of the card. And you'll see when we put it together. Okay, so here I'm using my little antique C6. You can use any cutting machine that you have. I like it because it's teeny tiny. It sits in on my table, my standing table here, and I adore it. Being with me for a long time. So here are my little washers that I created. Again, these are part of the triple D mechanism, so you have these in your set. And now I'm sorry, I'm out of focus. I'm putting it together, and you see here, I just decided that I wanted to create, there's a piece on this triple D mechanism that it's called the tool, and I really love this tool. You cut, depending on the thickness of your cardstock, I only cut it twice, but you create this little tool that is really a spacer so your mechanism can move more freely. Right here you'll see me put the spacer, and then there it is. By the way, I closed the brad. Don't take me with this because I'll realize that I didn't need to close the brad yet, but you'll see me fix it in a little bit. See, there it is. I took out the brad. I'm using my little tool, and I'm opening the brad from the back. Opening the brad with an acrylic block, it's amazing. It's super easy. Okay, so there you go. I got it now working. And at one point you're going to notice that my brad is going to change in color. And it was because this one was a little too small to actually use for gluing as an anchor. Also, I should have colored this. I should have blended my background before I put the mechanism. But it's fine because it works out. Even if you get a little bit of the blue into the dial. Remember, we're talking about a sky and clouds, so it would be perfect. Okay, there's how it looks. I'm going to bring my foam tape. I'm marking up to where I want the arm of the mechanism to go, because I'm gonna put stoppers here, and you'll see in a little bit. I'm gonna decide that I'm gonna put the stoppers in the card itself and not on the top part. The top part is just perfect, and I'm gonna leave it like this. You may see in another parts of the video that it looks like I took away those, but don't worry about it. It's the right way. So here I am introducing these stoppers, and this is such a better idea for a stopper. And then there they are. That's where I change my brad, and I'm just adding a little bit of glossy accents to glue it. And remember, I have all that foam tape in the back, so that's going to keep it sturdy. And I'm deciding where I'm going to use some of those other extra birds that I had. These are tiny, so I ended up using the trick of putting a little bit of glue on my hand and just passing the die cut through it and then glue them down. This helps a lot with these. Okay, I love it. It's stopping. It's perfect. I'm gonna finalize this card by adding this to a mat, but before that I decided that that right corner was a little bit just plain, so I decided to use the Hooray stamp from the Toga Angels stamp set. And there is, I love how this turned out. I love having an extra set of ways on how to use my products. Here is all the products that I used for this project. Thank you for joining us here at the TLC channel. If you have any questions, let us know in the comments. If you want to see something specific, let us know too. Make sure you like and subscribe so you know when we post a brand new video.